Hello and welcome everybody to our podcast. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela.
And this is Welcome to Livingston, powered by the Putkela Group with Keller Williams, where we talk about everything Livingston County.
Fantastic. We have a great guest here today.
Yeah, we are really excited about our guest today. Today we have Rob Pierce with him, and he is the owner and operator of This Guy Cleans House. Welcome, Rob.
Thanks for having me. Very excited.
No, we are real excited to have you in today. So I guess a good place to start out is, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what This Guy Cleans House is?
So This Guy Cleans House established in January of 2021. I have a long history in retail, been in leadership for a long time, and I kind of wanted to bring that to the cleaning industry. So I decided to go with a cleaning industry because I used to clean years ago back with for commercial cleaning with some friends. It's very euphoric, and we're consider ourselves a high touch cleaning service. We're pet friendly, and we're just excited to help as many families as possible.
Well, that is great, because I know, professional house cleaning is something that everyone wishes they could have, and a lot of people don't know where to get started, or they don't know anything about it. They don't know how it entails. Some people are, I need to get my house clean before I have a house cleaner come in.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
It's very common. We have a lot of cleaners or clients that do that. They declutter, though. It's really more about decluttering. So we can come in and do the edge vacuuming and do the high dusting and do the counter cleaning and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's kind of what makes it hard. You have a number of kids, and so I feel like the amount of clutter they put, it's like you can't even wipe off a counter when there's 1,000 things piled on it. So it gets a little tricky that way.
So my question is if somebody is thinking about, hey, I want to get my house cleaned, but they don't know where to start. A lot of people have anxiety where it comes to, I'm going to let someone come into my house and they're going to take care of something that I've done before, or maybe I don't know how to do. Right. So how do you get started with someone when you're just starting out with them and you're setting that relationship for, I'm going to be coming in to clean your house?
So when we go into the houses, we kind of find out what the priorities are. The priorities are going to be typically kitchens, bathrooms are going to be your highest priority areas, because those are the most used. Any high traffic area. The foyer, the living room, where clients are going in and out of the house. So we're always looking for that. And when you have kids and you have pets, those crumbs, the hair gets tucked in the corners. So those are the things that clients don't typically do. You don't always do an edge vacuuming. You might have a Roomba or a pet that might take care of some of those crumbs or edges, but we try to come in and take care of those with every cleaning. So it's very good to set up that routine so they don't have to worry about that.
Right.
The goal for This Guy's Clean House is to make sure that we are giving families time back that they deserve. Okay, our goal is to give time. We have strong core values based on integrity, consistency, and excellence, and we want to bring that to every client that we come see. So doing those things that the clients go do. If you look up in your ceilings, I'm sure there's webs up there. If you look at your blinds, I'm sure there's dust on there. That's what we're there to do. So that's just kind of build that routine so you don't have to worry about, per se, the deep cleaning.
Right. Well, I think one of the benefits that we hear from people with house cleaning and such is so we have 3 kids at home.
That's right.
So when we're cleaning the things that have to be done. It's kind of like, okay, let's do the minimum that we have to do to keep a base level of where the house is going to be.
Well, and that's okay, because that's the reason we come in to do. So you have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, twice a year cleanings that we can do. We offer all those services. And it's just, I guess our responsibility or your responsibility as a client just to maintain between the cleanings. Because when we come in, we're coming in and getting more of a deep edge vacuuming, high dusting, blind dusting,
all those things,
doorknob cleaning, door
like
handle or cabinet handle cleaning. The things that you guys, as clients, not me. I don't do it when I go home. I don't do that every time I go home. So I understand. We're just trying to, again, save time. So when you come home, you have soccer practice, you have dance practice, you have a client changes a schedule. Something happens in our daily lives. We have things that are happening all the time, right?
Right.
Our job, how I want to portray this company is helping others, and that's what we want to continue to do. Give time back, help others, so they can come home and have that that relaxing feeling. It smells great. It looks great. They don't have to worry about that. So the event over the weekend, we don't have to worry about cleaning because it's taken care of.
Right. I got you.
So.
I imagine once people get into kind of a regular routine, it makes it easier to keep everything tidy too.
You don't have to worry about deep clean. So we talk about spring cleaning. Once you have a routine, there's no spring cleaning really needed for cleaning. Except,
right.
Maybe you can focus on declutter, or maybe you can focus on lawn care or something else more important to you.
Right. And I assume you have clients where there's areas of the house where they're like, no, I like to do this. So they continue to do it. And then they're like, but I will never touch that. So please come in and take care of it.
Bathrooms, right? Bathrooms, toilets, shower scrubbing, toilet scrubbing, stuff like that. Floors. Floors are one of our most popular things to do. I have several clients that it's just floors. Come in, do the floors, and that's it. Come in and do the ceilings, a high dusting, my fans, my ceiling fans, and my floors. Right. So that's it, yes. So the things that people don't want to do or don't have time to do, that's what we're doing. We're giving that time back.
Right. Right. And
that means everything. I mean, when you think about that, just to put that, price of having more time. Everybody's busy. Everybody has things going on. If there was one thing that you could just delegate and not have to worry about. Rob does an excellent job. Right. Honest to goodness, we've seen firsthand your company is just really high quality.
Thank you. I appreciate
it.
Really phenomenal.
And we had you come in and do our kitchen one time. And here's what I have to say about that to anybody out there. There's items in your house that you don't think it's possible to get it clean.
That's right.
Like glass cooktops. I didn't know my glass cooktop. I thought there were things that were burnt into that
nope.
Never came off.
It can get removed. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. We can remove that. Yep.
So really, you're a miracle worker, honestly, right?
Well, even regular stovetops and glass stovetops, same thing. You use the right cleaners to take care of those things and the right tools. It makes it look almost brand new.
Right. Well, and that's the other aspect of someone that's hiring a professional to do it. Right. For someone to do their house right, they need a cabinet full of cleaners and a specialty item for so many things that you come in with those items, right, knowing how to do it. So, I mean, in essence, there's a bit of a cost savings and so much of the time savings and the peace of mind that someone's getting with that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, same with like interior oven cleanings. You need a high alkaline to clean those things because that's how it removes the grease and the debris.
Right.
Right.
Standing now, how long does a typical cleaning take?
Depends on the size of the house. It really is there's really no time because we don't charge by the hour. We're a flat rate service. So it depends on the size of the home. It depends on how much you do clean, how many kids you have, how many pets you might have, how often you want it clean. So there's a lot of
factors.
A lot of factors that are varies based on the size of the house and the home and what you need. Typically, I would say between 3 and 5 hours because it's usually one person in the house. Now, if it's a bigger house, we may have 2. We could possibly do that. But my goal, again, for the business is to have a consistent experience. So same cleaner, same time, same day, every time. So you're building that relationship with each of your cleaners.
And feel comfortable with them.
No like and trust, right? You have to, I'm going into your house. It's your private, residence. Yeah. You have to trust me to come in there. So
right, there's important. A personal relationship that's built there.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
I can completely understand that. So I know we touched a little bit on the areas that people don't want to clean, that they have you clean and such. Where do you think where do you see areas that are 100% the most beneficial, or is there a difference there, or is it still kitchens and bathrooms?
Well, it depends on if you're hosting, right? So I have a lot of lake houses that I clean as well.
Okay.
And they host. So Thursdays and Fridays are very popular days for those lake houses. And so it's typically the whole home because you're trying to present. We talk about presentation, making it look like a brand new home. Stagers come in and they make houses look brand new, right? That's the goal especially when you're hosting. You want your house to look like, hey, it's a brand new house we're ready to present.
Company
clean. To our company. That's correct. That's right. Absolutely true. So it really depends on what the client needs. It's based on their needs and what they can do with their, or what they need, for their cleaning, how we can save them time.
Right.
And help them feel relaxed.
Well, and what I hear in that is really beneficial is as homeowners that don't have a cleaner, we when we're hosting something, we do what's called stuff and hide. Right? That's what a lot of people out there do. It's like, the house looks amazing, but please don't look into any of the cabinets or closets, right? But if you have a professional cleaner and they're coming in bi-weekly or weekly or even monthly, you get to that point where that's no longer the case in your life. And look at the benefit of that.
Well, I'll ask the clean closets first. Do you want me to go in your closets or not? I ask those questions. But yeah, it's fully customizable to whatever a client needs. We are adaptable. We have lots of options. We leave it open for them to make their decisions on what kind of cleaning they would like.
Okay. And do you usually start off with a deep cleaning then and back off from there? Or
So we're unique. Through my mentor and through some other peers, we've discussed a ways to eliminate that high cost from the very beginning. Deep cleaning, and our clients are fully welcome to take that. But what we like to do is, like, if you build a routine cleaning with us, in 3 cleanings, you'll have that deep cleaning done. If you're willing to wait for 3 cleanings, in 3 rotations, we'll have a full deep cleaning of your home, which would start from a high, medium, low cleaning.
right.
But if it's a one-time move in, move out, then it's, unfortunately, we have to do it only one time. And so, yes, it's a higher price.
Got you. But it allows for that customizable where you're seeing that impact as time goes by.
Yep.
But you're not, like you said, it's not hitting your pocketbook as hard that first week.
That's correct. If you want to build a routine, yeah, it's your decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. No, that's really helpful. Now, what makes a deep cleaning? Like, what extra things are you doing there versus the everyday?
So edges, there's a lot of edges. So bathroom, so you go into a shower, you've got edges all over the place. You got deep scrubbing. You got to get into those bathroom corners. Once you're routine, you don't have to scrub as hard. You just maintain the scrub, right? Same with edges on the floor, stove tops. We discuss cabinet doors. You don't realize if you go home, go look above your cabinet. It's above the stove. You're going to see grease build up. And so that's kind of the things that we do. The top of the cabinets, we also include in some of our deep cleaning. So again, fully customizable. When we go through, do the walkthrough, the proposal will come back based on what our discussions were. But yeah, it's just the things that we don't normally do.
Makes sense. Right. And I love that it's just so consultative, because for us is, when we're selling someone's home or we're helping them purchase one, at that point in time, we customize that experience as well, because each person is so different, each home is so different. And in terms of getting the most out of the space, getting to know that person in that space and what their priorities are, really makes a difference.
And I know we've had you come into a couple listings that we've had before where they need that deep cleaning, either with furniture in the house or it's completely empty, going into selling a house. Right. So I know that's something that you guys are able to do as well, which is to all those people out there that are moving into a home. Right. That's a great benefit, because that first day into a house, a lot of times, that's all they're doing. They're cleaning for 2 days before anything comes in.
That's right.
And
imagine hiring a professional.
Again, saving time. You guys know, you guys are my realtor, so I've moved several times, and you guys have helped me, and we know how stressful and how much pressure there is on you to get in and get out. And the seller wants to go, the buyer wants to come in, you have 30 days, whatever it is, there's just so much pressure going on. We want to save that time and kind of ease that pain.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So have you gone into, because I've seen this in houses and such, where someone comes in to do a professional cleaning and the homeowner comes back in and goes, oh my God, that's what color the floors are?
Yes. It's, the shine that you can bring to a floor using the right tools, using the right chemicals. It's just rewarding getting that feedback from the client, just saying, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. It's just, it's just humbling. It's humbling to even be able to help people like this right now.
Right.
Yeah.
We do see that with our listings that, as we kind of coach them on what to do to prepare, they look around and say, my gosh, this doesn't even feel like my house. This is a whole new place.
Right.
Yep.
I just got a client. He just called me, and we set up a cleaning, but he's moving out, and he's paying for the cleaning for the new buyer to come in.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I've never seen this before, and I'm like, oh, that's really. He's just doing it out of his own pocket.
So pride of ownership that
correct.
he wants them to have a fresh start. And I love when we hear things like that with, in terms of people that I feel like Livingston in particular is such nice people that they do things like that. They're really looking out for one another.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, you take such pride in your home and to have, I think that the biggest benefit of having a professional cleaner in is you get to enjoy your space.
That's right.
In the way it was meant to be enjoyed. Because, I mean, for everyone out there, how many hours do most families spend cleaning their houses? Probably more than they want to, but less than they should.
Well, again, you go to, you have an event on the weekend, whatever it is. You're going into the weekend and you're thinking, I'm going to have to spend my whole weekend cleaning.
Right.
But again, you might take 2 days to do it. You may be doing it Saturday and Sunday, where we come in 3 to 5 hours, house is clean, and you don't have to worry about it at all. So saving a lot of time.
Right. So another question I had, because you talked about the consultative part of it and, it being customizable and such, but you said about decluttering. Mm-hmm. So when you come in to talk to someone about, hey, I'm going to come in and I'm going to start cleaning your house next week. Yeah. Do you walk them through and say, hey, these are the things that would be beneficial for you to take care of so I can do my job?
I give them, again, customizable. So I give them the option. If you move it, you can. If you don't move it, we're just going to go around because we don't lift. I mean, a lot of things. We don't move clothes onto beds. Well, a lot of clients will, again, clean before they come in, we come in. And that's mostly decluttering. We don't necessarily move things. There's an option where we could possibly do it, but I have not done it so far.
Got you.
But we don't really offer that service.
Got you. No,
right.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's, if there's some things that decluttering and such is beneficial.
There's an expectation between, yes, right. There's an expectation between us and the client.
Right.
Before we go, we're going to be here longer. It's going to cost you more money.
Right.
It's bottom line.
Yep. No, I understand.
So making the most of everyone's time, really.
That's correct. That's right.
And to get the most out of, that with which you're a professional at. So.
Right. Yep. And then you can basically work your way through the house, right? You start small, build up that relationship. Okay, now you're going to take on more of the house. So,
correct. Like we discussed before the podcast. If you want just kitchens and bathrooms cleaned for now, let's just do that, and then we'll work our way into a living room or a foyer or a basement or upstairs or whatever it is. We can work our way into those things once you're ready for those to be. But we can always start with, I have, again, several clients with just floors, several clients where it's just bathrooms and kitchen.
Got you.
Yeah.
Neat. Now, since this is spring and spring cleaning and people are working on that, do you have any little, tips or hacks of things that people might not even realize are helpful?
Have the kids help. It's always
true.
It's a big help having kids help. One thing I want to touch on for showers, it's just something I wanted to mention is get a squeegee. So lake houses, even if you don't have a lake house, there's hard water. If you have a squeegee and you squeegee the water off your shower doors, the edging of the hard water, it gets into the glass and you can't get it removed. It doesn't come out. So very important that just not part of spring cleaning, but overall cleaning, a squeegee for your shower is very important.
So when you're done taking a shower, just squeegee that water off.
That's right.
Okay.
Even with like marble, like walls, stuff like that, same thing.
So that's not for just taking the fog off. That actually serves a purpose then, right?
That's correct.
It's a great public service announcement.
That's right.
I never would have thought of that though, because you do have so many people with hard water.
That's right.
And then you can see, like in some showers, you can actually see some edging where you have rust from the water, from the iron in the water and such.
Now we can get 70 to 90% of it removed.
Okay.
But it's still, if it's in there for how long it's been there, it eventually will just stay.
Okay.
So without changing the glass, which is really expensive.
Right.
Well, no, understandable.
Yeah.
That is really good advice. Yeah.
Great. Now, in your experience, have you seen anything that was really unusual, or anything of like what's the craziest thing?
It goes back to decluttering situation. We had a walkthrough where the house wasn't even close to being ready, prepared. It was possibly, I don't want to assume, but a hoarding situation to where we have to do a few things before we can even attempt to come in and clean.
Right.
totes everywhere, out of the totes, just there's things just everywhere. But they wanted us to go ahead and clean what we could. So currently, we're
got kind of exciting, I'll bet.
yeah. Well,
creative.
But
right?
here's the thing: the important thing is the client was like, "Well, this might help me get motivated if you're cleaning what you can, and I'll see what you're doing. It will help me get motivated to do some more."
Right.
So there was actually maybe a positive reaction to this. Could be great for her.
Yeah, it was a good strategy.
Right.
No, and I think that leads into where you were saying having the kids help.
That's right.
I hear that positive. If you have a cleaner you come in to clean the house. I'm sure people with kids, you see that benefit because now the rooms are getting, there's a tipping point in rooms with the messiness or with the clean, where if you're on one side or the other, either it gets cleaner or it gets dirtier.
Right.
And having you in gets it to that side where everything keeps improving instead of declining.
That's correct. Well, there are some houses where don't go into Joe's room. Let's just leave it alone. So.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
But one of the things for me as I am getting older, because I'm really not that old, guys, honestly, but my body has other ideas. And so in terms of just running around and cleaning basic things, bending over for this, doing that really is a lot harder than it used to be. And so that's, even a whole nother reason. So in terms of not just saving some time, but just saving that wear and tear. And
well, it's important for like a morning routine for me, and eventually may put it into my business strategy is, yoga or stretching or some kind of exercise to keep your body fit. Because this is I think there's a misconception of cleaning's easy. It's not. I sweat almost every day, so it's hard work. Right. But it's rewarding work. It's helping, and that's what's important to us.
Yep. And you bring in all your own supplies, right?
All my own supplies, all my own equipment. Now we can be eco-friendly. I'm 90% eco-friendly. There's a few things that like CLR I might use for something that's not quite as eco-friendly, but we don't have to use those things. We are again customizable. You want us to be fully eco-friendly, we will be 100% eco-friendly. We have no problems.
Right.
If you want us to do Norwex, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Norwex and use all water, we'll use all water. So
right, because I assume if someone has pets, there's certain cleaners that you might not want to use on a floor. Then is that accurate or is that not?
That's
accurate?
correct. Yeah, because pets that lick, they could get. Now we use very heavily diluted. We're not using concentrated cleaner, so it's heavily diluted, so it may be safer. But we like to let the clients know what we're using, so they're aware that this may not be safe for your pets on the floor, so you may want to keep them out until it dries.
Right, got you.
But again, heavily diluted, so it shouldn't.
Right, well, and that leads me to, I mentioned it before the podcast, because you came in and cleaned our kitchen, but even outside of that, I thought I kept a pretty clean house in terms of floors, but I had a beagle. And now we don't have a beagle anymore. And the crumbs, she was a vacuum cleaner. I mean, I had no idea the amount of crumbs a family of 5 makes.
I was saying it was kind of like in the fish tank, where it's that, little sucker fish that.
The algae eater. That's
correct.
Yes.
That was our dog.
She was our algae eater.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, for people out there, it's truly a benefit that adds on to itself every week, right?
So get a beagle or a Roomba.
Beagle or a Roomba, right? But for you though, it's that benefit every week, a little bit more, right? A little bit cleaner.
That's right. Yep. Keeping that maintenance up for that routine clean is going to help you feel better about your home, your living space, and again, ready to present.
Because you, like you said, you offer weekly, bi-weekly, monthly,
quarterly, yearly, however you want to do it. Yep.
And so is there kind of set packages that based on the commitment someone signs?
Yeah, I mean, so again, the proposals are fully customizable. There's options on there. So for example, maybe someone wants to come in and do main level plus the bathrooms upstairs. Sometimes they may want us to skip like the master bed and do one of the kids' beds, or so we can swap things around to make it more customizable. So if we're in a routine and they don't want to pay for the whole house to be cleaned, we can eventually get there. So we can eventually get every room done within a certain amount of time. If you want to say, hey, skip this room, do this room, skip this room, do this room.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Really makes a difference.
So I guess the next question is, how do people find out more about you? How?
Well, I'm This Guy Cleans House. Wherever you look at it, I'm on the Instagram, I'm on the Facebook, I'm on Nextdoor. Nextdoor has been a godsend for referrals for me. They've been really, really great to me. It's a great social app for neighborhood.
Right.
Like that. But my website, thisguycleanshouse.com. You can reach to me through my Gmail, thisguycleanshouse@gmail.com. There's lots of options. If you search This Guy Cleans House, there's nothing else that's going to pop up. I'm actually owned that space, and
That's fabulous.
That
It's
is
such
really
a great quirky name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And you're the guy.
and I'm the guy. That's right.
You know, and the one piece of advice that I would throw out there, and it's a piece of advice that I thought I would take for myself that we didn't end up taking. If you are moving and you have a house that wasn't exactly as clean as you wanted, and now you're moving into a new house, start off on day one with a cleaner, because then it will always be
idea.
clean.
That's right. That's correct. And because we go under the couches, we go under the beds, and that's where you see most of that dust, those Nerf darts, those whatever you see, old food. It's under those things, and we constantly go through those things. So that's part of our routine cleaning.
That's fantastic. Now, since you are an avid listener to our podcast, you know that we ask every guest, what do you like most about Livingston?
If there was any question that was running through my mind over and over again before this podcast, that was the one. So I've got 7,000 answers. What I hear a lot is community, and I think it may sound like an easy answer, but it's really what makes our businesses grow. It's really what helps you guys. This community. They really reach out to each other. They really help each other. When something's big happening, they help.
Yeah,
they help grow businesses. They help. They really put urgency around helping other people, other businesses. And to watch the growth. Because I remember when the loops came in over there at
At Green Oak.
The Green Oak, and it was hectic. But the positivity around, hey, maintain. We can get through it. And just the businesses that kept growing through there is absolutely, and even downtown here, it's just amazing to watch the community just swell up. It's phenomenal.
All very positive.
I love it. All positive. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
I mean, Livingston County. I mean, I grew up in. I spent time in Howell. That's where I met you guys. My business that does my stitching is in Howell. So I do a lot of things. I try and support the business as much as possible as well.
Very cool.
It's just a great place. That's why we
It's
started the
phenomenal.
podcast,
Love it.
and it's been such a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we wanted to thank you for coming today. It's been so nice hearing more about your business. And to everyone out there, I would say check him out on Instagram, check him out on Facebook, Google This Guy Cleans House. Yeah. He does a great job, very personable, like he said, customizable. And we would highly recommend you to anybody out there. So we wanted to really...
And high level of just hard work and work ethic.
And I will give you guys also the same. Don and Angela have been phenomenal to me. I've got to know them for about, 12 years now, it seems. So phenomenal realtors, phenomenal people. Again, very customizable, great people. So reach out to the Putkela group.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Well, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find your podcasts. And please subscribe to it. Check out our other episodes. And thank you so much for listening today. Thank you for coming today. And
thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
And
welcome to Livingston.